If you guys hate subscriptions, well, get ready because Apple just released another subscription called Apple Creator Studio. It's basically Apple's competitor to Adobe Creative Cloud, and it's supposed to be a bundle of apps for creators to edit photos, make videos, produce music, motion graphics, and more. But here's the thing here. A lot of these apps you could actually purchase standalone like Final Cut Pro, which were available on the Mac. But now these services are offered on iPad. And if you want to use them on iPad, you will only be able to do so if you buy this subscription, meaning you cannot actually buy a license for the iPad to actually use these software, which is kind of crazy and a massive shift. And Apple is basically testing the market to see if users will actually pay for these forced subscription models and basically testing it out on iPad users, which is honestly pretty crazy. But nonetheless, the subscription itself will cost $12.99 a month, or if you opt to pay annually, you'll get a slight discount, making it $129 a year. And as usual, there is a student and educator discount. So if you are a qualifying student or educator, you'll get the subscription for $2.99 a month. Or again, if you pay for the yearly, you'll get that slight discount. So you get it at $29.99 per year. Now, the one great and redeeming quality about this subscription is that when you sign up for it, Apple will allow 6 users on that account, including yourself, which is amazing for family sharing or team sharing, or you want multiple people to have access to these suite of apps. But I really wanted to find out what would be the math here, right? Are you better off getting the subscription, or are you better off just buying these apps outright? So I went ahead and I did the math. And here's how much it would cost without the subscription. The bundle suite comes with 8 applications. The first is Final Cut Pro, which is Apple's professional video editing software. The price without the subscription is $299.99, and this will be included on the Mac. And if you do opt for the subscription, it will also be added to iPad. Second is Logic Pro. This is Apple's professional music production software, and it will run you $199.99. It is also on Mac, but if you do get the subscription as well, it'll be included on iPad. Then you have Pixelmator Pro, which is Apple's Pro image editor, which they acquired back in 2024. It is $49.99, and it is also included on Mac. But if you get the subscription, it'll be included on iPad. Next is Keynote, which is Apple's presentation software. This is basically $0 and is included on all Apple products. Then you've got Pages, which is Apple's word processing software. It is also $0, included on every Apple product. Then you have Numbers, which is Apple's spreadsheet software. It is also $0 and included on every Apple product. Then you have Freeform, which is Apple's collaboration and whiteboarding app, and that is also $0, included on every Apple product. Now, if you do opt in for the subscription, you will get premium templates, AI features, and special content for Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freeform. So that is a slight improvement, but you will still have access to the application and a majority of the features without needing the subscription. Next is Motion, which is Apple's motion graphics and VFX tool for Final Cut, and that is $49.99, and it is only on Mac. Then you have Compressor, which is Apple's video export and encoding tool. That is $49.99. and it is only on Mac as well. Then you have Mainstage, which is Apple's live performance music app. That is $29.99, and that is only on Mac as well. So the grand total here, if you were to purchase all of these softwares outright, would be $679.94. And if you're curious how long it would take you to break even if you had bought the subscription versus buying all of these products outright, if you pay the monthly $12.99 per month, your break even would be in around 4.3 years. But if you get the slightly cheaper annual rate, you have slightly more time and your break even would actually be 5.2 years. And if you're curious about how much the break even would be for each of the individual items themselves, I'll put that here as well. Now, should you get the subscription? Honestly, here's my recommendation. 1, if you want to work on iPad, you're going to have to get the subscription. Apple's kind of locking you in on this one. So anyone who wants to work on an iPad using any of these tools, you have to get the subscription. 2, if you're a student or educator, the cost at $299 a month or $29.99 a year is totally worth it, and you should get it if you're a student or educator. 3, if you have a family or a team and need multiple people having access to these apps, it is a no-brainer. It will be so much more cost-effective rather than buying 6 different licenses or versions of each of these apps. It's so much more efficient and cost-effective to actually get the subscription here. So it's a win for the subscription. 4th, if you're a new creator or new to these apps and don't want to pay that $700 upfront cost to just buy all these individually, then I recommend you actually just get the subscription, try it out for a month or 2, see which apps you use, see which apps you don't use. And usually most people will find themselves just using 1 or 2 maximum. And then I recommend you just purchase those apps that you find the most comfortability with because it will be cheaper in the long run. 5, if you're a long-term Mac user or you just really only use 1 or 2 of these apps and the rest really don't make sense for you, then do not get the subscription. I don't think it's worth it having all of these extra things that you're not going to use. Just stick to owning that one individual app or buying those 1 or 2 individual apps that you need specifically for your workflow. And finally, 6, if you just want ease of access, you don't care about the cost, you want access to everything, you want access to all the premium templates and the premium features and the AI features that will get included on all the software when you upgrade, then in that case, I would recommend you also get the subscription. Now, before you pull the trigger, one thing you should know, and as well as some of you may be thinking, is what happens when I cancel my subscription and what is the changes here it's gonna impact? Well, if you cancel your subscription, the projects that you have in Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and Pixelmator Pro will remain on your device, but you will not be able to open or edit them without the subscription. You'll only be able to copy and share them. And for Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freedom, and Freeform, you'll still have access to all of your documents. They can still be edited as usual because they're normal apps on Mac, but you just won't be able to use the new paid features that you would have gotten in the subscription. So I hope that was helpful. I'm very curious to know, do you guys think this subscription is worth it? Are you going to be getting this subscription? And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Peace.